Thanks, ladies. The fall TV season is well underway, and we know it can be hard to wade through all the TV has to offer, so we're here to help. Maisie Bobby and Jenny Long join me now for this week's edition of Table Talk. Thanks, ladies.
Absolutely.
We're going to start out on a network that struggled last year to find its way with the big dogs. It's the CW, but this year they're coming out strong, and they're bringing the big boys.
Are we talking about the CW?
We're talking about the CW.
And Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Gossip about the
Gossip
CW.
Girl,
Gossip Girl.
Tell me about it. Why should I watch?
You should watch it because if you were a fan of the OC, this is exactly up your alley. It's Josh Schwartz again. It's exactly that same type of thing. A lot of juicy drama, a lot of sleeping with other people's boyfriends, and
I like it
craziness.
It just seems like it can really appeal to our generation too. I mean, in terms of texting or things, just incorporating different things that are fast and that are like what we would do in the normal life, you know?
In New York.
In New York, I know.
Wearing Prada.
Absolutely. It's like Sex and the City, kind of.
Yes.
Maybe a little
yes,
bit.
a younger audience.
Yeah.
And notice it's airing in the time slot vacated by One Tree Hill, which fans of that, it's coming back, don't worry, just later in the season. But also, you know, it brings with it that spice left behind by things like the OC and Dawson's Creek and whatnot.
Just what the WB was, too.
Exactly.
I mean, at one point
Getting
it
back
was
to
the
its-
prime
yes.
network.
Well, and it already brings with it a core audience because it's based on best-selling novels.
Yep.
So
Wasn't it a 30 series or something like that?
It's still going. The series is still going.
Okay, okay.
Also, it has fabulous music. Fabulous. Alexandra Patsova, she did the music for the OC as well as Grey's Anatomy, which both had killer soundtracks. So listen up for that.
Speaking of the music, now I've watched both episodes thus far of Gossip Girls. You can check it out at thecwtv.com. While you're watching the episodes, they'll tell you what song is airing during that time. So if something's catchy and you like it, you can check it out. It has an entire playlist, what's airing. It's got interviews with Alexandra. You can check out kind of how they insert the music into the episodes. Really cool features.
That's so helpful, though, because how many times are you watching a show and you want to know what the song is, or at least matching the emotion or what's going on?
Right.
That's so great.
It's really, and a lot of times you're like, you can listen to the whole song.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, that's the whole song because they played this clip, and
Absolutely.
you wouldn't think of it fitting there, but it does, and very cool. Sticking with the CW, we just talked about Gossip Girls. They have another new show though that's kind of getting some buzz. Tell me about it.
It's The Reaper. It's a comedy, sci-fi, but a comedy as well. I don't know how it's gonna fly.
Is it? I mean, it sounds like they're pulling from the success of Supernatural.
Yeah, or at least some kind of a sci-fi audience with a more modern twist on it. And I think, isn't the star Missy, or what's her last name?
Yeah, Missy Peregrine, and
Yes.
she starred in Stick It. That's where she was in Heroes last season too.
And she's a fresh face. She was in, I think she was also in Life as We Know It, which was a short-lived, sitcom, but it did very well. I liked it. Well, and I think finally this might be an outlet, you know, appealing to that audience.
Well, you know, they don't have the fresh faces of Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, but I hear that Reaper is going to leave its mark and maybe gain that Tuesday night crowd. I do believe it is.
Cult following, possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tuesdays at 9.
absolutely. There's definitely a vacancy.